all-new episode of Living Well, Uintah Basin. On Beyond the Couch, we discuss the success of the Uintah Utes hockey team and how they took the state championship. On Dish by Dish, Jason makes a delicious dessert called Bananas Foster. Living Well, Uintah Basin, presented by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Also made possible by Warriors Warehouse and Uintah Recreation District. Living Well, Beyond the Couch.
Tough playoff altogether. From the first round, we ended up getting Viewmont early in the playoffs, who ended up playing the championship game, and dropped that game to them. So it put us in a loser bracket. So we had to play all the way back, winning every one of our games until we played Viewmont again. Before the first Viewmont game that we had, since it was a double elimination tournament, we had to take Park City, who handed us my first loss as a coach of the Utes. So it was a little bit of redemption there, so we were able to get a win against those guys, and then go into what would turn into a two-game final against Viewmont.
Play your position. That's how we won the first time.
Play the game we played last time against Park City. Hey, this is our last Utah game. We gotta go all out on it. We got nothing to lose, man.
This is our game here, boys.
They've got stuff to lose. We've never won a state championship. They're defending their title. We're trying to win one.
Probably my favorite series of plays would have to been in the championship game against Viewmont when we went into the shootout. That was just such a nerve-wracking experience. But I mean, as soon as the overtimes were I was a mess. I was just nervous. My movements felt choppy and just short and not right. But as soon as we went into the shootout, I felt at home because we practice it so much. And so it was just a relief off my shoulders, and just all three shots that I faced, I stopped, so everything felt fluent and perfect.
Play your positions, have fun, play smart.
Listen to him, boys, actually. You got a good point there. Play your position. Play well.
Don't get too serious.
Play what we've been taught. We're not going to change anything. We're not going to put two guys on base. We're not going to play their game. We're going to play our game.
One person.
We're going to get the puck in deep. We're going to forecheck. We're going to back check. We're going to hit them hard. That's all we got to do.
Like Coach says, 3 5-minute periods, every period.
Guys, we came in every single one.
Sacrifice yourself for this championship. I would take a broken femur right now if I knew we were going to win. I really would. I promise. I'd take that thing. Here we go, boys. Let's get it going. To your right. To your right.
Ever since we were little, we'd have to go to Salt Lake or Colorado to go play games, and then just practicing all the time after school when I was younger. But then when I got up to high school, it was early in the morning at 4:30, and just every morning, and I don't know, just freezing and all that. But eventually you get used to it, and it turns out to be way fun. I don't know, I'd always wake up in the morning and just want to go to hockey because it was so fun.
So changes from when I took over, and for the season, I was the only coach, so after November, it was just myself. I joke around with the kids that they were out of shape. So the kids were out of shape, and we we got back into shape pretty quick, I think, and kind of bought back into the system of doing things together and making it a team goal to achieve what a lot of people, and I think people that were here before myself, thought that we couldn't do. So it was a bonding experience for all of us, and we all kind of came together, and it was good. So I mean, I think just camaraderie and everything is what we built what turned out to be a championship season around. Well, first off, thank you to everybody that supported us, sponsors, parents, players, community members that kind of rallied around us there towards the end. We're really looking forward to next season. So we're hoping to have everybody come out again. It'll be a different Utes team again from what we see this year. We have a lot of guys graduating. So yeah, thank you, I guess, first off, because a lot of people really got behind us and helped us out on our playoff push and then our push to national championship. We'll take anybody. We never know who the next diamond in the rough is going to be, so anybody come out. I mean, anybody, I don't care if you're in Roosevelt, you're wherever. I mean, we want hockey players, and that goes from if you're 3 years old or 13 years old, whatever. We don't come out and play hockey.
Graduating your new state champion, the Uintah Utes! Will the captain please come receive the trophy? Celebrate, boys, you deserve every bit of it!
Freedom Fitness would like to thank you for your years of patronage. We at Warriors Warehouse are happy to take over the legacy of Freedom Fitness and will support you for years to come. Stop in today.
Looking for great mammography care? Ashley Regional Medical Center now gives same-day results to mammography patients. Following your mammogram, you will be invited to wait in our quiet area while the radiologist reads your results. Our certified breast health navigator nurse will speak with you about your results and what follow-up care is required. If additional tests are needed or a referral for other care, our breast care navigator will assist you with appointments. Call today to set up your mammogram.
Living Well Health and Wellness Tip brought to you by Warriors Warehouse.
B vitamins are a major factor in the production of ATP, our energy molecule in the body. They also help to catalyze over hundreds of reactions and are essential in maintaining a healthy nervous system.
So someone who is active, it's particularly important to supplement with a B vitamin or find a vitamin that is high in B vitamins because it will help with your muscle contractions as well as energy. You can find B vitamins here at Warriors Warehouse, 1060 West Market Drive, Suite 1, right behind McDonald's and Smith.
Living Well, Dish by Dish.
Hi, welcome back to Dish by Dish. I'm your host, Jason Webb. Today we're going to do something that I haven't had in a really long time, but it's one of my favorites. This is Bananas Foster. This is again from Gail Gand. I'm using her recipe with a little bit of a twist to it. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take 4 tablespoons of butter and we're going to start to melt that. That's going to take a little bit to boil and to bubble. Once that starts to bubble, then you're going to add in your sugar and you're going to let that caramelize. So now that we got our butter melted, now we're going to add in the sugar, and this is actually a half cup of sugar. And that's going to go straight into that warmed up butter. That butter should be bubbling just a little bit. And we're going to wait for this to caramelize, so that'll take just a couple minutes. All right, so now that we've got that caramel starting to liquefy, have the rest of your ingredients ready. What's going to happen with the ingredients on this is your sugar is going to bubble and liquefy really quick, so it's best to have all the rest of your ingredients ready to go so that you're not going to chance it burning on you. So it's just about to where I want it to be. And then we're going to add in the juice of half a lemon. And careful, it is going to bubble on you a little bit. And this is actually going to keep it from seizing up on you. Okay, and then you're going to add in 1 cinnamon stick, the whole thing. And as far as your sugar goes, if you wanted to use a little bit healthier alternative, you can use stevia or one of the other sugar substitutes. What is going to happen with that is you're going to use a little bit less because it's a little sweeter. On top of that, it's going to liquefy faster. So when you're working with that, just pay a little bit closer attention to it so that you're not going to have it burn up on you. All right, and then what makes Bananas Foster is 1 tablespoon of brandy or any other brown spirits. I actually prefer rum myself. You don't necessarily have to add it in, but that's what gives Bananas Foster its actual flavor. And then finally, you're going to use a half teaspoon of vanilla. And then that's going to liquefy and blend together. Your cinnamon stick will end up kind of opening up on you. And then when you get it to the consistency that you want, you're going to take your cinnamon stick out. See how it opened up? Releasing all those flavors. Then you're going to give it a couple more quick stirs. And then have someone in your kitchen ready for you with your ice cream, because this is going to go over ice cream and you don't want it to get cooled off too fast before you do it. So usually you can scoop out your ice cream or have somebody do it for you. And then you're going to take in 2 sliced bananas and throw them in just until warm. So you're going to kind of fold them into your caramel. Then take that off the heat so you're not going to burn it any further or get it any more hotter than it needs to be. Oh, the smells. I love it. You can smell the caramel, you can smell the rum and the bananas all mingling together. Oh, this is one of my favorite dishes. I'm so glad I started to make it again. My wife had it for the first time just the other night and she loved it. All right. So then what you have is you have this nice syrup with your bananas. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of the bananas on the ice cream here. Make sure you get some of that caramel in. All right, my mouth is just watering, getting ready for this. And that is Bananas Foster. You can taste that caramel and the banana. And the freshness of the ice cream hints to that rum just a little bit. This is a dish that you can give to the kids, or if you're not big into alcohol, that most of the alcohol content is going to burn out. So this isn't something you're going to get drunk over. But it's definitely something you want to be a little bit more fancy and do a little bit further up when you're making your dessert. That's all the time we have for this Dish by Dish episode. Thanks again for watching. And remember to always tip your server, and that includes your pizza boy. We'll see you next time.
Be sure to like us on Facebook for updates on VTV Channel 6 programming. Don't forget, you can watch current and previous episodes of Living Well on demand at VTVChannel6.com. And while you're there, be sure to send us an idea for an upcoming episode. If you enjoy Living Well Uintah Basin, please take the opportunity to reach out and thank the local, community-minded businesses that make it possible. Ashley Regional Medical Center, Warriors Warehouse, and Uintah Recreation District. Until next time, live well and stay healthy, Uintah Basin.